So I'm here to talk about day 2 of orientation for the LPN-to-RN transition program. As you've probably seen in my first video, I was talking about the first day of orientation. Basically, they were just talking about housekeeping stuff. Each department of the school came by and spoke to us about different things like financial aid, what type of services that we can get if we need special services. Also, our counselor came by, our counselor/advisor came by, a mental health counselor came by and spoke to us and everything like that, which was very encouraging because you kind of need that kind of stuff when you're going through the program. Okay, I needed it back then, but we didn't know that we had those services available to us. But now that we do, it's good to know. So anyways, let's fix my glasses. Let's get into day 2 of the orientation. All right, let's go. All right, so as I said previously, we're going to talk about day 2 orientation. So orientation started again around at the same time as we did on day 1. So it was from 8 until 4 p.m. in the evening. So when we got there in the morning, we pretty much got to the entrance of the ballroom, and they had a bunch of folders spread out on the table for us. Those folders, we all had to take them. They had our names on them, so we took them, went into the ballroom, sat at the tables, and went over some more housekeeping stuff in the beginning. But anyways, like I said, I digress. So like I said, they went over how they want us to basically greet them, initiate conversation by calling them professor. After that, we went over the paperwork. So our clinical manager, or the person who's over clinical, the professor that's over clinical, spoke to us most of the day. So she came up, she presented the expectations of clinicals, what we were supposed to do, how far we will go. Like, she even went as far as showing us a map and showing us the 50-mile radius circle of how far we can go north and how far we can go south, east, and west of the school, where the city of the school is located in. So you can go all the way as far as past Seattle. Like I said, I live in Washington, so we can go past Seattle, as far as, as far as like past Seattle for clinicals. She's really trying to get they have a remote access hospital further north that she would love for us to go to, and I actually would like to go to, because when it's a remote access hospital, like, you really have to be on your P's and Q's when you work at a remote access hospital, because it's a remote access hospital. That means there's not much around that hospital. So I think that would be interesting. But anyways, like I said, she went over their expectations, went over the map of how far we can go as far as for clinicals. She even talked about the clinical sites and basically how they have to build, the school has to build, the nursing department has to build the relationships with the clinical sites. They can get dropped at any moment. They can drop 5, pick up 2 clinical sites. It just all depends on, it depends on what the sites have going on, or what they're willing to do or willing to offer as far as inviting students into their facilities. So we went over that. After that, in the folders that we got, we had to fill out all of our clinical paperwork. We did that from the beginning. The only reason why we did it, the transition students did it from the beginning, is because it was just something that we can get out of the way right now. Also in orientation, we had the PN students, which are the practical nursing students as well. And a lot of the practical nursing students will be going on clinicals their first quarter. A lot of them will. So their first quarter, they will have clinicals. So they needed to fill out their paperwork like pretty much yesterday, which was Friday. So they really all need to fill out their paperwork yesterday. My cohort for the transition program, we just had to fill out our paperwork today, just to get ahead of the game. Because we won't be going to clinicals until maybe the second or third quarter. So winter or spring, we'll probably go to clinicals. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. But also what we did yesterday too, for day 2 of orientation, is that we took an ATI assessment. We took an ATI assessment for anatomy and physiology because they really stressed to us in the orientation that anatomy and physiology, especially for the transition students, will be vital for us because we are basically building off of that A&P knowledge that we had. And for me, it's been like 6 or 7 years. It's been about 7 or 8 years since I did A&P. I did A&P way back in 2016. So it's been about 5 or 6 years, maybe 7 years since, I can't calculate it right now. My math ain't math yet. But it's been quite some time since I took A&P. So I do have to brush up on a couple of, I got a 51. I guess the national average is like 56 for RN students. And the average that our cohort got was a 50. So when I went on ATI, they were like, let me kind of back up a little bit. So that assessment was proctored. So that meant that we went into a computer lab where they just had strictly computers in, and we all had to sit, before we even sat down at the door, we have to show them our ID, and we have to sign a sign-in sheet, and they give us numbered scratch paper, numbered, and they have to write the number of the scratch paper beside our name. So they know once we get up from, once they, to say they spill, we take the test, and they're in there the whole time, and they are monitoring on their laptops or their desktop computers, monitoring us taking the proctored exam for ATI. ATI is serious, okay? But yeah, they're on there monitoring, and it's to the point where they're like, we shouldn't even hear keys tapping. They was like, if we hear keys tapping, we will dismiss you, and they will dismiss you from the program, period. So they are not playing. Only thing the lady was like, only thing the professor was like, they should hear is clicking of mouses. They are serious, y'all. They not playing with us. They are not playing with us. So, which is good, and it makes it fair. But yeah, so it's really that serious when you take a proctored ATI exam. And I feel like I want to say safely that it'll be like that every time we take an exam. But I think instead of us having our IDs, we'll probably have our badges we have to show them every time before we even step into the computer lab to make sure we are who we are and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I got like a 50 on it, on the assessment, on the A&P assessment. And it was like a couple of areas that I need to brush up on. I said for myself, if I got a 60 or above on that particular subject, I won't look into it, because that means I have a good bit of knowledge about it. But anything I got like under a 60, I said I will be looking into it while I'm waiting to start the program. So it was a couple of subjects that I did get like below a 60. So I will be doing that throughout the month of September, just kind of going over those topics, refreshing my brain on them, and all that kind of stuff before school starts. Also, what else did we do? After that, after the assessment, we had to go down. No, we didn't go downstairs. We actually went to get our books, and I have them right here. So, and we went to get our ATI materials, and they're here. So, hold on one second. Okay, I'm back, and we have our ATI materials. So I'm gonna sit here and open them with you, but I'm gonna show you the first item that was given to us for ATI, which is our drug reference guide. This big bad boy right here. We got this drug reference guide. It's an ATI one. and it's the newest version, which is 2024. It says it up top. This is our drug guide that we're going to use throughout the program to help us out with drugs and stuff like that, and interactions and contraindications, things like that. So glad we got this with the package, because it'd have been hard to go out and find this thing and try to get the latest version, because books are so high now, y'all. Books are high. Little sidebar, I want to look at the Saunders RN NCLEX book. That book is like $60 to $70 now. Back when I was on my LPN back in 2017, 18, 19, it wasn't that high, but it's high now. So yeah, I'm so glad we got this off of that. But I'm so glad we got this with the package. So yeah, got the drug guide. Now I have my handy dandy box cutter, and we are going to get into these ATI books. So this is my first time doing ATI. Like I said, I think I said in the previous video, for my first day of orientation, we did, if I'm looking down, I'm trying to open the box. We did Kaplan. Yeah, we did Kaplan for our PN program. We didn't do strictly Kaplan. We did Kaplan, and we had books. Like I said, this time around, they're strictly using ATI because they say ATI is more geared towards the NCLEX. It is shown that it will help you pass, more likely to pass the NCLEX. So that's why they use ATI. So we have all of our books here. They're kind of like going back and forth a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of go through them. These are not the end all be all. We are supposed to actually be reading our actual textbook, ATI textbooks, on the ATI website through our accounts. These books, if you guys have had ATI or use ATI in your school, these books are more of an outline of the reading. And this is supposed to basically help us kind of grasp the concept better, or get to the information that we really need to get to quicker. So yeah, so we have community nursing for RNs. We have nutrition, our nutrition book. We have leadership and management. Oh, we do have our book, because they said that we might get a different book for pediatrics, for peds and OB, but looky. We got our peds book right here. So we might not need to use a different book. We might get to just use the ATI book, because they kept mentioning that when the first day. We have mental health. We have fundamentals, which is this will be the first book that we'll be using, because we're doing basically like health assessment. So this is one book I think we'll probably use first. We have newborn. We got newborn. We have, this one I don't like, but pharmacology, y'all. I got to brush up on my dosage calculations, because your girl has not done them in a while. But they say ATI has really good, is really good for giving out dosage calculation problems and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that, because I need it bad in my life. We have adult medical surgical med-surg. I call it mixy med-surg, because this has just about every disease process you want to know about med-surg. So yes, these are all of our books that we got, and I will hold them up for you guys. So these are all of our books, you guys. These are all of the books. Hold it up, a stack. This one looks like they cut it, but yeah, this is the stack that we have right here. The stack of books. I still have my old books from, I still have my old books sorry. I still have my old books from when I was in PN school. They're at my mom's house in the storage. I'll probably be using my med surg book from the PN program to go over some stuff. And I think I still have my anatomy and physiology book. I want to say I still have it. Not quite sure, but I think I do. I think that's in the storage as well. So I will go over some of that stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna need that book to go over some material that I missed on the assessment, the AMP assessment. After that, we got our lovely schedules for the fall. Only the transition students got their schedule. So I got my schedule already for the fall. I made it real yesterday. Well, I made it real last night, and I registered for my 2 classes. So my first 2 classes are, I forgot what the name is, but it's basically a health assessment class. So we're doing health assessment and lab. So lab, where we're gonna go over skills. We're probably gonna go back over head to toe assessment. I haven't done a head to toe assessment since school. Do you hear me? So I gotta brush up on my head to toe assessment, because we really gonna be needing to use that as RN students, because we will be in the hospital. We will be doing head to toe assessments on patients. So hopefully there's an easier way that our professors, because we have 2 professors for lab, so hopefully our 2 professors will give us some insight on how to really get through a head to toe assessment proficiently, and like being able to recall it. Like once I start seeing it, then I'll remember, like I know that we have all the cranial nerves schedules. So my schedule this fall is only 2 days a week for now. My PSF said for now 2 days a week. So it will be Thursdays evenings and Saturdays morning/afternoon will be the 2 days that we will be going to school. We'll be in school. I'll also be at the school too, because I don't like to study at home. I'd rather go to the school and study. So I like to go to the library and study in the library, and that's what I did a lot when I was in PM school. I would just go there by myself, and kind of just take notes, listen to the lecture, go over my PowerPoints, write more notes in my PowerPoints that I might have missed in the lecture that I recorded. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'll be doing. So yeah, Thursdays, Saturdays. Sorry, Thursdays and Saturdays are class days. Thursday is lab day. Saturday is lecture day. Yes, Saturday I will be in school on Saturdays. Yeah, Saturdays I will be in school. So I'll be in school Saturday from like 8 to like 1:30. It's either 8 or 9 to 1:30. I know it's over at 1:30. 1:30 is when class ends. So we'll pretty much be there all day on Saturday. So that will hinder my schedule a little bit, because my schedule at work, I am Tuesday through Saturday. So I'm gonna need that Saturday to go to school. So y'all pray for me, because I have to go and talk to my supervisor. But my supervisor's off next week, so it'll probably be my nurse manager, who is basically our operations manager. That was her old title, was operations manager, and she basically runs all 3 of the clinics under our DON. And I like her. She's good. She's really, really good. So hopefully they will grant me some grace, and just for this quarter, as far as being off on Saturdays. So my schedule will have to change at work. It will not have to change drastically, only because I'm still able to work 5 days a week. And I do plan on still working full time, because the hours that I work are from like 5 in the morning until 1:30 in the afternoon. So once I come home at 1:30 in the afternoon, I can decompress until about 3 o'clock, study for a few hours every day that I'm not in class, or I can go to the school and study for a few hours, for at least 3 or 4 hours. And because I think it's like 2 hours for each. It's 2 hours for each class that you take or something like that. So I'm only taking one. Technically, I'm only taking one class, lecture class. So that's like 2 hours. So I'll probably spend like 3 hours studying. So we got it easy this first quarter, you guys. It's easy this first quarter. But next quarter, they will be bumping up the days that we have class time. We do, like I said before in the first video, it is a year-long program because it's part-time. PNs, they only have 9 months. Now, I don't know why I did this, but they only got 9 months to get it in, get it done. So we have a little bit more time as transition students, which is very good. That means we have more time for clinicals. If they lose a clinical site while we're doing our program, it'll be a little bit easier for us to make it up. It'll be a little bit easier for the clinical director to maneuver us better because we have a year. So yeah, with that being said, I'm nervous. It's kind of cool that we're starting off with lab. It makes it a little bit more easier. We'll probably like sit around for a few minutes, do like the housekeeping stuff, introduce ourselves, get to know our cohort and everything like that. So I am super excited. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because I know, like I said before in my older video, that I did not pass health assessment, which is basically what we're starting with again. It brings back up not good memories. So hopefully this time around I can pass it on the first try, get through it, and keep going, you guys. So I'm gonna keep God first in everything that I do. That's a whole nother thing. I'll get into that later. That's gonna be a little sidebar video. Yeah, but welcome. And like I said, I'm titling this journey as my LPN to RN transition diaries. So you're gonna know how I feel. Hopefully I'll be able to do more filming, like filming me going to class. Of course, we're gonna do get ready with me videos, drive with me videos. We're gonna do some car talks. Definitely we'll be doing some car talks about class and stuff like that. Hopefully I can get some footage of inside the classroom without, exposing too much, because we do have a social media policy, and if it's something that is hindering the school or a patient, baby, you are out of there. And I think what I do will not hinder anything. So I'm excited. Again, I'm super excited. I've been waiting for this for so long, y'all. I can't believe it. I'm gonna be RN. I'm gonna change over my credentials. So I'm excited. So yeah, like I said, stick around for the diaries. I can't wait to complete it. And welcome to this journey, y'all. Welcome. And please, please, please stick around. Like, comment, subscribe. Thumbs up this video so people can see it. But yeah, until next time, everybody, I'm out. Peace.